Hey everybody, Mad Ring King 1119 here, and last week the Emmy nominations came out, and for the first time ever, RuPaul's Drag Race was nominated for Best Reality Competition Show, and that is awesome because it's about time the show actually gets the recognition that it deserves. But there's also problems with it. The show has been nominated, I think, for 8 or 9 different categories. Season 2 contestant Raven was nominated along with Matthew Anderson, I think, for best costume design, which that's pretty cool. But the issues I'm seeing with the fact that it took 9 years for Drag Race to get the recognition that it's getting now, and a lot of stuff has been quite obvious during this past season of Drag Race, which I know I stopped after 6 episodes with my reactions because the camera I'm using to record this, for some reason the mic got shot. All you hear was garbling noises, and I didn't want to deal with it anymore. Because my webcam is more portable than my camcorder, and in recording from my webcam, I don't have to worry about audio drop after 24 seconds. And I just recently got a new mic, so the audio quality would be perfect no matter what. The issues I'm seeing with Drag Race getting the nomination, one is the fact that Season 9 was real sanitized. The pit crew was only on 3 episodes, and they were only in their jockstraps for 2 mini challenges, and they were in 3 episodes. And the last time that they were seen was when they were fully clothed in the 9021 the challenge. And this goes with reason number 2, is that the move from logo to VH1 meant that the show had to be more sanitized. The show is not, by all means, not completely PC, because they still say some shit that's not PC on that show. But with them going to VH1 for first run episodes, and Logo gets the reruns, that shows that Logo is this close from being canceled and rebranded to another channel, because Drag Race has been the only show that Logo has had that has not been canceled. It's everything else has only lasted 1 or 2 seasons. Logo is the gay TV land now, because all you see is nothing but reruns of old shows like Designing Woman, Roseanne, Will and Grace, and some other ones. That Fire Island show, I never watched it, but I bet you that show is not coming back for a 2nd season. And a couple weeks ago, they announced Gay for Play was coming back for season 2, and that's probably only going to be on Logo. And with the fact that season 9 was more sanitized, that means that probably after either with season 10 or after season 10, Drag Race is going to be off Logo completely, and Logo is going to be going down because Viacom has been doing a whole bunch of reorganizing, rebranding of the channels. Like Spike is going to be rebranded to the Paramount channel, and at any point, Logo could be on the chopping block and it's gone. Reason number 3 is what I said in my All-Stars review and my Season 9 review, that the show has been losing its original image. The show has pretty much gotten less and less gay. The gayness that made the show what it was, it has slowly going downhill, because Season 4 was like really the last time that the show really kept its original image fully intact, because season 4 had more reliance on fashion and the queen's outfits more than with the following season 5, because every single challenge in season 5 was acting challenges, and something happened either during the filming of that season or something with the filming of season 6 that caused Absolute to drop their sponsorship, because Absolute had been a sponsor since I think since season 1. As every year they would have these commercials for Absolute Vodka with the top three or four of each season, and I was wondering where the commercial for season 5 was going to be, but it never showed up, and Absolute was no longer a sponsor, because in the intro to the show, when RuPaul was saying what the prizes are, Absolute was not mentioned, and I think that was because of when they were filming the Shade the Rusical with the female or she-male mini challenge, which caused the You Got She-Male thing to completely disappear. The transgender community was condemning the show because of it, because it took that mini challenge to cause them to finally speak up about it, which I believe that if they really had this much of an issue with a show when it came to the trans community, they should have said something before. But with pretty much how the society is, they can just keep letting things go until they find that one thing to latch on and blow it up, like eat it from the inside out, and make it a whole lot bigger than it originally was. Season 6 was also the last season that Untucked was on the Logos channel, because I'm thinking that with Absolute gone and I'm informed the Core dropping out, they had no sponsor for Untucked, so they couldn't put it on right after Drag Race, so they put it online, which, since they put it online, it seems, the Untucked seems more authentic. No, not really any. It feels more like it's more real than the original Untucked. Well, I never really watched the Emmys because I'm not really big into award shows. I mean, I used to watch the Tonys, but I haven't had time to really watch it. I'm hoping that Drag Race wins, but I know it's not going to win because The Voice has won the past several years, and for 10 or 11 years straight, The Amazing Race had won the category, with the exception of the 1 year when Top Chef won. So there's some real stiff competition for this. Drag Race may get it, may not get it, but who knows what's gonna happen come September. I think I said what I think my issues are with Drag Race getting the nomination. It's like, in order to actually get this recognition, you have to really conform to what the big heads want you to have. Because what the shtick that made Drag Race what it was, what it made its fandom, is slowly starting to disappear, and now all this stuff is starting to, all this Emmy recognition and all this stuff is starting to actually come about because they've had to sanitize the show. I'm telling you, season 10 may be the last time you see the pit crew, because the video messages that RuPaul would have before RuPaul would come out, that was only around for like 3 or 4 episodes last season, and it disappeared. So I'm telling you, don't be surprised. Season 10, there's no pit crew, or they only are around 1 episode, and that's it. Well, that's all I have to say about that. Next month, Where the Bears Are premieres, so you'll be seeing my reaction videos on this channel. And the day before season 6 premieres, all my reaction videos, with the exception of the first 2, will be going private, and because Joe had responded to me on Facebook and said to do that like how they do with the other videos. See ya.